Hi there, and welcome to Graham's Guide, Friday Live, this Friday, April 22nd. Just a quick reminder that next week during Consolidation Week, ELAs are not available, but the student advisors still are. If you have any technical questions or not sure about how to find the information on assignment 2, the case studies. So let's go in and I'll show you a whole lot of information, which will probably mean that you won't have to call a student advisor. But if you do need technical help, the student advisors are available. So this is the homepage for the unit, of course, which you'll all be very familiar with. I'm going to take us straight into the discussions. And there's many different ways to get to the discussions. Like if you're like me, you'll have it bookmarked in your browser toolbar. But if you haven't got it bookmarked, just come across here to discussions. And if you scroll down, the discussion I'm looking for is the assignment 2 discussion. Of course, all the groups are available to me, but when you click on that discussion, maybe you'll just have your one group come up here. The group I'm going to go in today is group 35. And this is what the assignment 2 Q&A discussion looks like in group 35. At the beginning, they will all look pretty much the same because I've started it with this post here. But as you scroll down through your own group's discussion, there'll be differences because people will have asked different questions and I'll have provided answers, and other students will be having discussions. So don't be concerned if you go into the assignment 2 discussion and it doesn't look exactly like this one. The same information will be there. You may just have to scroll down a little bit further to find it past someone else's discussion. Okay, so the reason why I'm starting here with the assignment 2 Q&A is because this is really where you'll find pretty much all the information that you need to successfully complete assignment 2. The first item here to look at is the writing and presentation. So I've provided a link into the Student Hub where you can find information on how to write and present your assignment 2. I've provided a little bit more information a bit further down here, but we'll start here quickly. So if you click on that link, it will take you into the Student Hub. And just as a matter of interest, up here, if you click on Help Hub, we'll click on it now. That will take you into where you can find the contact details for the student advisors. So if you need them during Consolidation Week, this is how you can find their contact information. Okay, let's go back to academic writing and presenting. And the reason why I'm here, if you look at my agenda below, the very bottom item there is suggests you need to write in teal, not bullet points. So teal is a very basic introduction to paragraph writing. And there's information about the teal structure here. And we recommend for first-timers to university that you use the teal structure. And we've talked about it several times in Collaborate sessions. I note here that I've gone into essay writing. Assignment 2 is not an essay. You don't need to write an introduction or a conclusion. You just need to answer according to the marking criteria. So we've structured it so that there are 4 specific marking criteria, and to each one of those 4 marking criteria, you should write a paragraph or 2 to each one. So you won't need an introduction or a conclusion as you would in a formal essay. But nevertheless, in those paragraphs you're writing, you can use the paragraph structure here that is provided. So on this side here, it talks about introduction and conclusion. You won't be needing that. But here it talks about paragraph writing. And with your paragraph, you would start with a topic sentence. You would then provide your evidence or an explanation. You can change these around. Explanation can come first or evidence can come first. And then you would finish up with a linking sentence or a concluding sentence for your paragraph. So that's the teal structure. We've talked about that several times before, so I'm not going talk in detail about that now, but we want you to write in paragraphs, not use bullet points. Some of the questions that you're asked in this, in assignment 2, it does lend itself to just going bullet points, like these are the stakeholders, these are the issues, and then you just can list them off in bullet points. That's okay when you're doing your essay plan. But when you're writing your essay, we are actually marking you on paragraph structure. So if you use bullet points, that will adversely affect your grade for structure. So you must write in full paragraphs. And the teal, if you're not familiar with writing in paragraphs, as I've said, the teal structure is here and available. All right, let me go back now to the assignment 2 Q&A. And I've been teaching this class for 7 years, so that's about 22 teaching periods. And Tanya, the unit coordinator, has been here longer than I have. And Tanya has provided these very detailed guidance videos for assignment 2. This morning, I went through and I watched every one of these videos just to make sure that I was up to date with the latest way that Tanya is delivering this information. We work together quite a lot, but I like to see the information that Tanya's providing you. And also I'd like to know how long it takes to get through this. And so it took me, whatever time it took me, it was probably less than an hour. I watched every one of these videos, and my biggest tip from watching these videos is to suggest that you watch them. So I could pull some important points out of here, but there's so many really good important points and really good guidance in these 6 videos. The best advice I can give you, watch them. Alrighty, the next section down here is the Collaborate recording. So we had the assignment 2 Collaborate session a couple of weeks ago, and that was recorded. If you missed it, you can watch these recordings. They kind of should be mandatory because, mandatory viewing, because there's a lot of information provided in these Collaborate recordings, and you may not be able to successfully complete assignment 2 without the information provided here in the Collaborate recordings. You need to use the information provided in the learning materials in the modules. You need to use the information provided in the discussion boards from me and from your colleagues, but you also need to use the information that's provided in the Collaborate sessions, because these are dedicated to providing specific guidance to how you can successfully complete the assignments. So, if it was me, I would be making these, if I was a student, I would be making these mandatory viewing for myself, because I would then know that I had given myself the best chance of completing assignment 2. So there are these 6 videos plus these 2 Collaborate video recordings. I've also provided the PowerPoint slides here as well, which you can also watch. So as you can see, I'm taking you through the assignment 2 Q&A because it's all here, right? So frequently requested links, that takes you into best academic practice information in the Student Hub, and also provides links to referencing. So referencing there have been a lot of questions about referencing, and in my Friday live videos, I've been providing some answers about referencing. And in fact, today I'll be going into the week 6 discussions, and I'll be providing some feedback on the referencing that people have done in the week 6 discussion. So you'll be getting some specific feedback from me. If you go into the week 6 discussion, you'll see that later on today, I'll be providing specific guidance on referencing. That's in relation to your actual posts that you've provided in the week 6 discussion. So there's also a link here to the formatting and referencing, and also a link to the technical support for how you can download and use Microsoft Office Word for free if you are not already doing that. So here's some frequently requested resources. I'm always getting asked about, how do you cite and reference the future work skills report, or how do I cite the video for Boldovino? It's a YouTube video. How do I cite and reference that? Well, there's a list to all of the units sources, a reference list, and they're here. They're also within the modules, but I've pulled it out of the modules and provided it here, so it's a one-stop shop. So if you just click on this, this is the APA list. These are all the sources used in this unit, and they're correctly formatted for APA style. And the other list is exactly the same list of references, correctly formatted for Harvard style. So if you want to cite and reference the Future Work Skills report, you can just copy this fully formatted reference and paste it into your reference list. There's your work done. Of course, it's a great idea to practice doing it on your own as well, but this is here, so why not take advantage of it on this occasion? What else is here? I provided a template for how you can structure your assignment 2. So if you click on this link here, it will open up and you can download this. It's a Word document. It's taken a little while to come available. There we go. Slowly coming in. Yeah, so this is a Word document. It shows you, I've already gone through this in a previous Graeme's Guide Friday Live as well. So this is just the formatting for, suggested formatting for assignment 2. And here I talk about how you might best structure your answers for assignment 2 in relation to the assignment marking criteria. So I've talked about this before as well, but I just want to point out that this information is here. Read it, have a close read through here, because this will provide you with all of the information you need. So if you're thinking, Graeme's not around during consolidation week, how am I going to find the information? It's all here. Everything that I've been telling you for the last 6 weeks, it's right here in the assignment 2 Q&A discussion. And look, I've even put one of my announced my Friday Lives here that talks about assignment 2. So that will also provide you with another recap. Finally, I was asked about quoting from the Code of Ethics, and how much are you allowed to quote? Like, can you put in the whole Code of Ethics or a whole section of the Code of Ethics? I've got one here. This is the MEAA Journalist Code of Ethics. And so down here is the standards that this organization expects of its members, its member journalists. So how much of this can you use in your assignment? Well, very little, I would suggest, because you're getting marked on your original words, not the words of somebody else. So the more words that you use from somebody else, there's the less opportunity for us to mark your original words. So don't just grab all of this and copy and paste that into your assignment. First of all, it will not count towards the word count. And also it's not necessary. Go in here and just find and also don't just copy sections either. I mean, you could just copy a section. If you did that, you would have to indent that in your written work. You indent it and then you separate it out from the paragraph. But you don't need to provide these large direct quotes, because you include a citation instead. So let me give you an example of that. So up here in this first standard, it says, report that journalists should report and interpret honestly, striving for accuracy, fairness, and disclosure of all essential facts. Do not suppress relevant available facts or give distorting emphasis. Do your utmost to give a fair opportunity for reply. So that's really great information, but you don't want to use all of that in your write-up. You only need to provide an example. So let me go back to the assignment 2 Q&A, where I've actually provided you with an example. Here, I've just used the words disclosure of all essential facts, and I've used the other words here, fair opportunity to reply. Now, because those are direct quotes, I put them in quotation marks. You won't need to put them in bold lettering. I've only put them in bold lettering here, so they stand out for you to see. So in this example, I've said, in journalism, correctly reporting facts is required. In Principle 1 of the MEAA Code of Ethics, the standard requires the disclosure of all essential facts and fair opportunity to reply. In this case study, Simon is faced with whatever the ethical issue is. And then you may be able to use, these small direct quotes that you find in your code of ethics or code of conduct to help support your argument. So that shows you how you can use small direct quotes rather than copying and pasting large sections of the code. And this here is the citation to the code. And any of your readers, like for example, if I'm reading your essay and I want to know where you got your information from, I can just see here this citation, and then I can go to your list of references and I can find the full reference, which allows me to find the source of your information. Alrighty, well look, that's all I wanted to go through today. There are a couple of other things here on my list. Don't use contractions, and it's okay to write I am. Okay, so let's go with the first one here. It's okay to use I am. Where am I here? Let me just get, sorry, I'm looking at a bunch of different screens here. I'm finding it very confusing. Let me go back to the home page. Okay, good. I'm on the home page now. All right, now we're looking at the agenda. It's okay to write I am, and that's because it's okay to write in the first person in this unit in your major assignments. So in assignment 2 and assignment 3, you can write in the first person. You can say I am, I could have, I have done this. In the past, my experience was this. It's quite okay to talk in the first person and talk like that. So yes, it's okay to write in the first person. You can write I am. However, don't use contractions, or better still, do not use contractions. So contractions are when you connect two words together to make one word. While you can say I am, you can't write I'm. You can't write we've or should've or haven't. You have to write these words out in full because academic writing is formal writing. So just because you're writing in the first person, you still have to write it in formal writing, which means you write your words out in full. So I hope that makes sense to you. I've had quite a few questions on all of these. So all of these things that I'm talking to you about today are all questions that I've had coming in over the past week. So I'm hoping that the people who have asked those questions find them helpful. And I know that there are other people who have these questions on their mind, but they may have not asked them in the discussions, or they may be questions that are going to come to their mind over the next few days. Alrighty, look, that's enough from me. I hope that has been useful to you. If you have not written your assignment to not essay, if you have not written up assignment 2 yet, all the best with your write-up of assignment 2. If you have already written up your assignment 2, congratulations, you're going to have a few days off to concentrate on other things or catch up on your essential reading. Nevertheless, I will be around today and over the weekend. So if any questions come in today or on Saturday, I will be able to answer them. Any questions on Sunday onwards, I won't be able to answer because on Sunday I will be doing some other administrative work for Swinburne Online. Alrighty, I think that's about it. The other resource you have is each other. So in the discussions, you can ask questions of each other during consolidation week and support each other. And that's social constructivism. And that's something you can write about in assignment 3. Thanks for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you in the discussions over the weekend, and enjoy your time off if you're able to find a few minutes. I highly recommend finding some time to yourself over consolidation week to come back fresh in week 7. Thanks for joining me today. Bye for now.